Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley's docuseries trailer shows moment Todd, Julie reunite after prison. The Chrisleys. Back to Reality trailer offers insight into how things became tumultuous within the family when Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley went to prison. But it also gives a first look at their return home. With my parents gone, our household is completely divided. Savannah Chrisley says in the 5-minute-long trailer, released on Thursday, July 31. I told my parents, I don't know if it can ever be repaired honestly. Both Todd, 56, and Julie, 52, are set to appear in the 5-episode docuseries through flashbacks and following their prison release. The family, Savannah, 27, along with Chase Chrisley, Grayson Chrisley, Todd's mom, Faye Chrisley, and Julie's parents, Harvey and Pam Hughes, are set to appear. I don't think people really understood how big Chrisley knows best was, Chase, 29, says in the trailer. My dad's this insane human. I think it definitely made good TV. Savannah Chrisley details family's big adjustment after parents' release. He continues, we were filming one thing that was this happy life. Cameras go down, and we're also fighting a Fed case. Todd and Julie were convicted of tax evasion and bank and wire fraud in 2022. They were sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison. Todd was imprisoned at FPC Pensacola in Florida, while Julie completed her sentence at FMC Lexington in Kentucky. They were pardoned by President Donald Trump in May and subsequently released. Both Todd and Julie have continued to maintain their innocence. We will get through this, Todd says in the trailer. I don't know how it's going to end, but at some point, the truth is going to come out. Julie adds in a voiceover, I live every day with the hopes that I will be reunited with my husband and my kids and my parents and my mother-in-law. The family's confessionals are teased with hints at the truth of their scandal. Inside Todd and Julie Chrisley's Nashville home after prison release. I want people to know the truth, what actually went down with my family, Chase says. There's a score to be settled. My dad is not one to play with. Viewers also get a first look at Todd and Julie seeing each other for the first time in 28 months, plus the moment they sat down for their joint confessionals. Todd also takes shots at Julie's brunette hair post-prison. I have nothing to hide, Todd says. I look at this as me exposing the truth, and depending on how long this interview goes, you might see more than what you bargained for. The first few seconds of the Chrisley's new docuseries trailer are quiet, almost too quiet. A dark screen flickers to life, the hum of background noise slowly giving way to muffled voices. Then a single word, spoken through a tight throat, pierces the silence. Julie? The trailer wastes no time in tugging heartstrings. We see Todd Chrisley's face, leaner, lined from months behind bars, his once meticulously groomed hair now showing strands of gray. The camera lingers on his eyes, a mix of anticipation and nerves. He's standing in a sterile waiting area, a metal bench behind him, the harsh overhead lighting doing little to soften the sharpness of his features. The screen cuts to Julie Chrisley, seated in another room. She wears a simple cardigan over a white shirt, her hair pulled back in a way fans aren't used to seeing. The usual high glamour sheen has been replaced with something raw, vulnerability laid bare. The trailer's narrator, in a hushed tone, sets the stage. After more than a year apart, the Chrisleys face the moment they've been dreaming of and dreading. Footage flashes of Chloe, now taller and more poised, holding hands with Grayson as they walk toward a courthouse. Lindsay is shown wiping tears from her eyes, a hand pressed to her mouth. In another quick clip, Chase stares down at his phone, his jaw tight, as if replaying every moment that brought them to this day. Then the moment everyone's been waiting for, Todd and Julie's reunion. A correctional officer opens a door, and in walks Julie. Todd takes one step toward her, stops, then almost stumbles forward, as if unsure whether to run or keep his composure. They meet halfway, arms wrapping around each other in a hug that seems to fold the months apart into one single heartbeat. Neither speaks at first. The microphone picks up only the sound of Julie's soft sob and Todd's uneven breathing. Finally, Todd whispers, "You look beautiful," to which Julie lets out a shaky laugh, replying, "You need glasses." The small joke lightens the mood, but their grip on each other doesn't loosen. The trailer doesn't romanticize their time apart. Quick cuts show the toll prison life has taken. Todd's hands shaking slightly as he signs paperwork. Julie staring out a small, square window during visitation. Phone calls ending with abrupt clicks. A black screen flashes the words. They survived the separation, but can they survive what comes next? We hear Savannah Chrisley's voice in an interview segment, her tone wavering between anger and protectiveness. People think when you get out, it's all happy endings. But we've been living in survival mode for so long. I don't know if we even remember how to be a family the old way. Another clip shows the Chrisley kids gathering at the family home, a place that feels both familiar and foreign. Todd walks into the kitchen and stops, scanning the room as if expecting everything to be exactly as it was, but the silence speaks volumes. Julie moves to the counter, running her fingers over the edge, before turning to her husband with a look that says, "We've got a lot to talk about." The trailer shifts gears, giving viewers glimpses of lighter moments. Todd making a sarcastic comment about the prison chic wardrobe, Julie attempting to cook dinner and laughing when the smoke alarm goes off, Chloe teaching Todd a TikTok dance. These quick bursts of humor remind fans that the Chrisley's trademark wit hasn't been lost, even after everything. But tension simmers beneath the surface. The editing grows faster. Clips of hushed arguments in hallways, a slam door, Todd pacing in the driveway, Julie sitting alone in the living room. In a confessional-style segment, Julie admits, "We both changed in ways we didn't expect. I don't know if we can fit back into who we were before." Then comes one of the most emotionally charged moments of the trailer. Todd, looking directly into the camera, says, "Prison strips you down to who you really are. And when you come out, the world expects the old you. But that person doesn't exist anymore." The screen cuts to black again, the sound of ticking filling the silence. The narrator's voice returns. This season, it's not just about freedom. It's about forgiveness. Montages follow, Savannah speaking at a podcast microphone about the family's resilience, Chase walking through the family home with a contractor discussing renovations, Julie sitting at the edge of her bed, clasping a necklace in her hands, Todd in a suit at a speaking engagement telling an audience about faith and second chances. And then the final gut punch. A close-up of Todd and Julie sitting together on a park bench, holding hands. Julie turns to him and says quietly, "We can't change what happened, but we can decide what happens now."